Welcome to Truth is Stranger Than Fiction with Kevin Wong, a true crime podcast produced by Blue Arrow Productions. Have you ever driven on a toll road? Depending on where you live, especially in the northeastern United States, especially in metropolitan areas, you might have. Those who are penny pinchers might avoid or dodge toll roads and bridges in favor of free routes. Toll roads and bridges aren't free because they are not funded with federal or state highway funds, meaning toll revenue, along with bonds sold on the open market by state or local agencies, are fully covering the cost of these roads. For example, most of the interstate highway system in the United States is toll-free and is covered by joint federal and state highway funding, with federal appropriations covering up to 90% of the construction and maintenance costs. However, some parts of the interstate network, especially in the northeastern states, were grandfathered as pre-existing turnpikes built or planned prior to the establishment of the interstate network in 1956 and continue to accept toll charges. A growing number of toll roads have become cashless in recent years, and the trend continues. This means no more toll booths or cash tickets or tokens. Either you have to open an account and use a digital transponder on your windshield, or if you are an infrequent user, the respective agency can send the registered vehicle owner a bill in the mail for each trip after the license plate has been scanned. The Highway 407 in Ontario was the world's first all-electronic toll highway in 1997 and signaled the start of the end of cash or exact change at booths. In the northeastern states, Easy Pass is the designated toll collection system used from Maine to Virginia and as far west as Illinois. With many toll facilities now fully cashless, it sounds much easier to dodge a toll. What happens when you don't pay? In this episode, we'll discuss a recent case of massive toll evasion, which resulted in a six-figure toll, literally. New York is a city of bridges, literally. To get from one borough to another requires crossing one or more bridges or tunnels. Many of the bridges and tunnels in the city, including all links to New Jersey, charge tolls. The tolls in New York are the highest in the nation. With high tolls and frequent congestion, driving in New York is not for everyone, and not everyone is willing to hand over $15 or more just for one round-trip bridge crossing. But for one superintendent at the New York City Transit Authority, the money he saved from dodging toll charges was less than what he was facing. In the New York area, all toll roads and crossings, with few exceptions, are part of the Easy Pass toll network. At cashless toll crossings, either the vehicle's Easy Pass device is read and charged to the account, or the license plate is scanned and a bill is mailed to the registered owner. The Easy Pass system then creates a video count for any vehicle without a valid windshield transponder and whose license is read by the cameras. The vehicle owner can then pay online, by mail, or in person at selected locations. If the registered owner of the vehicle does not pay outstanding toll charges on time, additional penalties and interest can result. Suspension of vehicle registration or exclusion of the vehicle from toll crossings could be used, along with civil actions. For this superintendent, one easy way out was to cover the license plate. It is a widely known practice to cover the license plate with a semi-opaque plastic sheeting or film. This prevents cameras from reading or scanning the numbers on the plate. For a 6-month period in 2020, it was determined that he had covered his rear plate and had no front plate present. Both are violations of New York State traffic and vehicle laws, which specified all vehicles are required to have 2 license plates present and in clean and readable condition. He had also used a trick to continue his means. When the amount of unpaid tolls had reached a point that registration suspension was pending, the superintendent had traded in his plates and applied for a new registration. All the unpaid toll charges remained on the old, unsurrendered plates. In 2018, the superintendent's vehicle was seized by a New York State trooper and impounded on the unpaid toll charges. Multiple warning letters, toll bills, and notices were mailed to him through 2021. The superintendent also made knowingly false or misleading statements to the MTA Inspector General, claiming he did not receive the warning notices and bills and claiming his EasyPass device had stopped working. He also had claimed the front license plate bracket came off after an accident and the repair shop had yet to install a new bracket. The shop had confirmed the vehicle had no plate or bracket even when it was being towed to the shop. Despite denying to investigators that he had not intended to avoid paying tolls, the circumstances seemed to suggest the toll evasion was intentional. Starting in February 2011, the superintendent had a record of unpaid tolls and penalties. By 2021, he had owed $101,000, $9,000 in tolls, and some $92,000 in fees and penalties. The superintendent was subsequently demoted, placed on 12-week suspension without pay, and ordered to pay restitution of over $10,000. The new technology in cashless tolling means new methods of cheating the systems. Recently, the MTA has seized imitation or forged license plates, which are used with the intent of bypassing tolls. Given the advances in digital printing technology and high toll rates, this will likely be a growing issue. For each unpaid toll in this case, there's a $100 violation fee. After penalties are racked up, the $15 toll you may be dodging could well be over 10 times that amount. Pay a small, modest toll now, or pay it all up later. Be sure to check us out at Blue Hour Productions for more information on any of our projects.